should you choose to. The Commanders are playing out west. If you're not traveling to LA, go over there to watch the game. And most importantly, watch Jayden Daniels at quarterback. Mitch, it seems like all systems go for Jayden, which is great news. One thing that's really interesting, the Chargers have a great defense. Where they're most vulnerable is quarterbacks running the ball. Jayden earlier this week said, I got to be smart. Cliff Kingsbury said, Jayden's got to be smart. We got to be smart with what we do with him. How big is this paradox where the Chargers have a really good defense, vulnerable running quarterbacks? Jayden's a great runner at quarterback, but you got to take care of the kid.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Jayden's been playing this type of football his entire career at the size that he is. It's incumbent on him to take care of himself, but he's also a guy that generally knows how to take care of himself. I mean, you look at last year and he took the one big hit. Obviously, this year against the Packers, he did it again. But this is a guy who's been very resilient throughout his entire, football playing career and hasn't dealt with a lot of big injuries. Cliff Kingsbury said it on Thursday, just because he's been medically cleared, so we're going to call out the offense that he's going to run. And I think that was part of them holding him out last week, was that they wanted to make sure that when he did come back, that he was ready to full on go.
I agree with you, and I haven't said this before, but I think in this one, the first game back, like the sideline is your friend. Like it's okay to leave a couple yards out there if it means you don't take a big hit. I honestly think the coaching staff wants him to do the same thing. That doesn't mean if this is close late in the fourth quarter that you go all out and you try to win the game. But first quarter, 2nd and 7, and you get out of bounds and for a 3rd and 2 rather than lay out for the first down, good by me.
You also know as well as anybody that these are all great platitudes to say now, and they can try and put that in Jayden's head. But at the end of the day, if it's 3rd and 3 and he's a half yard short of that first down, he's going to go for it. And quite frankly, if he's medically cleared to play and the coaches are going to allow him on the field, that's what you want. You want your competitor. You want your guy who's always fighting for that extra yard to do it when it matters most, but in a smart way.
The reality with Jayden is we don't know how he's going to perform in this first game back. Maybe that knee brace gives him a little more stability, makes him feel more comfortable when he is running. Maybe he also hates it and feels like it's limiting his mobility, which is kind of the side I think he will feel about this. One thing that's for sure, though, is his teammates are so fired up to have him back out there. There's both like the actual lift of Jayden Daniels playing football. He's one of the best players in the NFL. And then there's also kind of the emotional, psychological side of this, and the work he's put in and how tough it is not to have 5 out there.